Hi everybody and welcome along to this quick video today. Now if you're anything like me, when I was first starting out online, I would always be asking myself how to get more visitors to my website for free. Now really, traffic is such the holy grail, isn't it, online? We set everything up, we've got our products, our services, or the content that we're writing about, but without that flow of traffic, we're not going to increase our audience, and ultimately we're not going to make any revenue from our site, whatever way we make that revenue, whether we've got advertising, affiliate products, or whether we actually sell products or services. So what you need to do is, before you go out there and think about getting traffic back, and we are going to come on to how to get traffic in a second, before that, I just want you to think very carefully about whether your site is actually ready for that flow, that increase of traffic that you're going to start seeing. Now, there's three key areas to think about. Now, the first is your site easy to navigate? Is there a clear menu system? Can people make their way around the site easily? Because what you don't want to do is to have a high bounce rate, which means people arrive at your site, they're not sure where to go, what to do, or even what the site is about. So that's another thing, to make it very clear what your site is about, what it's offering. But to just really make sure it is easy to navigate, have a good menu system, have everything very clear. Now the second thing is, are your products or services, if that's what you sell, prominent and easy to find? Obviously if you sell affiliates, and that's links through blog posts, then you're obviously going to make more of your blog post section. But if you're selling directly, have a shop tab there at the top of your site, or maybe a work with me menu option if you sell services. And then finally, are you building a mailing list? And really, you must build a mailing list. It is one of the most important things for your business, and it is one of the best way to make sales. So make sure that you've got an opt-in form in your sidebar on your blog, or make sure that you've got an opt-in form near the top of your site so that people don't have to scroll down to find it. It's also a good idea to put an opt-in form on a standalone page. So maybe you call it, your free newsletter, or if you're offering a freebie to give away, my free short report or something like that. But have it on its own page, have nothing else on that page but the opt-in form and something that tells the person what they're going to get. So whether it's a freebie or whether it's that they're going to get tips and things like that from your newsletter. It's very important that the opt-in is just the name and the email for them to sign up to. Now you might be asking, well, why should I put it on a standalone page? And it's because when you share it across to social media and you share it in all those other places, you want to send someone directly to the opt-in form, not just to your home page where they might miss it. People don't always see things immediately when they're looking at a new site. You want it straight in front of them, so the only option on that page is either to click away or to sign up. So if you've got those three things in place, then the next thing to move on to is to be thinking about traffic. And to do that, I'm going to ask you a few different questions. So how are you going to start to get a flow of traffic? Now, firstly, have you made sure that your social media profiles and pages are set up in the most effective ways to make the most of the traffic you do get? For example, did you know that if you put a price on a service or a product pinned from your site onto Pinterest, if there's actually a price on it, you will get far more interaction on those pins, likes, comments, click-throughs. I think it's something like 38% more interaction on pins that have prices on them. And that's because people immediately recognize that the item is not just pinned from a lovely glossy magazine, it is actually for sale, and they can find out where it is. And that's when they're scrolling fast through, it immediately catches their attention. And also people are immediately going to recognize whether it's in their price range. And don't worry if it's not, if it's too high for them or it's too low for them, that's absolutely fine, because you only want the people clicking through that are right for your service or product. So by putting that on there, it's almost pre-qualifying them. You know, some people will be looking for high-end services or luxury goods, and they're going to want to see a price on there that denotes it's luxury. Other people are going to be looking to see if it's affordable, and if your price is there, much more likely that they'll click through. Secondly, are you making the most of bookmarking sites like StumbleUpon? That can really help with your traffic. Are you sharing the easy way every single blog post you write? And regularly. You don't need to share it just once, share it multiple times, obviously spaced out. You don't want to be putting it out on Facebook, for example, straight after the other, but if you do some scheduling, you can share it multiple times. Are you creating fab, easily shareable images that will get shared and pinned much more often? And there's a really easy way to do this, and there's lots of ways to find free, totally legal to use images. For example, have you run a Facebook giveaway? That's another great way to get traffic flowing. Are you active in Facebook and LinkedIn groups? Are you making the most of evergreen content? And that's super important. And finally, are you consistent? Now there's lots and lots of other ways to bring traffic back to your site. I've just gone over a few, but whichever ones you do, you must be consistent with what you're doing. Now, is your head spinning from all that? Are you wondering how you can put all those things? How can you be sure that your profiles are set up properly? Well, for this, I've created a free 21-day traffic challenge. If you sign up, as I said, it's totally free. You get a short video or text email every day. Doesn't take very long to work through it. I would say a maximum of 10 minutes. Most of them are much shorter than that. And it goes through things like, have you set up your Facebook, your Twitter, your Pinterest to best effect? It talks about StumbleUpon. It talks about that easy way to share your blog posts. Every day you'll get a new tip that will help you to build your traffic. Now, the feedback I've had from this is people have seen significant increases in the traffic that they're getting to their sites, and obviously it's something that you need to be consistent with. Even after the challenge is over, you need to keep going. But you'll know if you've worked through it that you are set up to best effect, so that any traffic you capture, you're making the most of it on your site, and you should see a good increase of flow if you work on each of these things. You know, each 21 ways, a new one each day. So if you want to sign up to that, there's a link in the short description, either above or below this video. Sign up to the traffic, and then each day it will drip out that new idea for you, that new method that you can work on. I hope you join me. You're going to see a lot more traffic, and thanks so much for watching this video.